Any sand in these women's faces. They are in great shape. Fantastic shape. From the Night Center, Miami, Florida, ESPN presents the 1986 NBC Women's National Bodybuilding Championships. Hi, everybody. I'm Irv Brown. Welcome to Miami. Our expert analyst, Carla Dunlap. You all know her. She's a great lady, a great ambassador, former Ms. Olympia. Carla, we probably have more talent here tonight than really since I've been doing these shows I've been able to watch.
Well, I'll tell you, tonight we are going to see 125 of the nation's best women bodybuilders in 3 weight classes. I would dare say in the 6 years that I've been in this sport, I have never seen such high-caliber competitors.
You mentioned 3 classifications, 3 divisions. Why 3?
Well, you see, in the international competition, the women that qualify here will go to the World Amateur Championships. And there they've had, traditionally, 3 weight classes. We have had 4. So to pull ourselves in line with international competition, we have reduced now and combined and become 3 weight classes: light, middleweight, and heavyweight.
More people competing in the lightweight division. Is there a clear-cut favorite?
I'll tell you, this competition is hot. You're going to see one of the best shows we've had in a long time. I would say my favorite is Satina Watson and Lori Okami, whom I haven't seen in a while. In the heavyweights, it's a run for the money. And middleweights, I think we're in for a few surprises.
All right, there you have it from Carla, and who knows better than her. We should have some fun here tonight. You want to stick around? We got some great bodies coming at you right after this. This is lightweight competition. Let's kick it off with Jennifer Sargent, Spartanburg, South Carolina.
You know, a lot of people always give the most emphasis to the heavyweight class, but what they don't realize is that some of your tightest competition comes in the lightweight women. They seem to have more overall quality of line, and they're in better condition than many of the heavyweights.
Jennifer met someone in a spa that looked good, wanted to try it. She's won a lot of titles. Miss Virginia Southeast Regional, top 3 on the East Coast, won the North Atlantic. Carla, it's interesting because she has a background in high school. She was a varsity gymnast. Gymnastics seems to be an important part of bodybuilding.
I think the gymnastics helps anybody that has a background in that or in dance. They move well on stage, but they also have control of their physique and the development. And she is ripped and hard. She's a lot harder than many of the competitors I've seen here.
Indeed, she is. I'm going to ask you about the term ripped in a minute. Lightweight's under 114 and a half. In fact, I'll ask you about her right now because we use that term a lot. What does ripped mean?
Ripped means that she has got a high degree of muscle definition. Her body fat obviously is very low. She's not holding any water from what I can see. And she's very lean, tight. Looks like if you pinched her skin, you'd come up with nothing.
Jennifer is single, self-employed. All right, Jennifer. We had a chance to talk to Diane Vecchione. Interesting comments from Diane.
I lift year-round. I always lift. I work out. I work at a gym, so I lift off-season about 4 times a week, and I power lift, and on-season 6 days a week, twice a day, every day.
This young lady is a certified chef. She's also a personal secretary. She manages a gym. What does she do in her spare time, Carla?
Well, from what I know of Diane, Diane has come to my gym quite a few times. She is from the Massachusetts area. Diane works very hard at what she does. She's a mother, and so, you know, you don't have the luxury of just taking care of yourself. You've got husband and family to take care of also. Diane has improved tremendously in the years that she has been competing, and she's got a good attitude about things. You know, she just doesn't get, you know, discouraged about anything. She keeps at it.
And the gym Carla Dunlap is talking about is a house of health in Glenfield, Massachusetts. Let's give you a little plug. Let's talk about what you see. What about her legs?
Diane's legs have improved tremendously. It used to be a weak point on Diane's physique, but she has added, I'd say, a good 10 pounds of muscle, and it's balanced.
Some of her credits: Miss Massachusetts, Miss East-West Regional. She was third at Miss USA. Got a little girl that's 8 into the sport, and boy, she did a good job, and the crowd likes her. Diane Vecchione. All right, here's a pistol. We have seen her before, Marianne Duffy, and she likes to talk about being healthy. I found her comments very, very interesting.
Just eat healthy. Watch your weight, but don't watch your weight. What I mean by that is let yourself get a little heavy so that you can lift the weight and you don't have to rely on other things to make you strong. And just keep a good, rigid diet. I mean, have a fun day. Make Sunday your junk day. And really, have ice cream once in a while. But just good nutrition and get into it. Get into it with somebody you love. Good guy to train with.
Well, you find a guy to train with, Carla?
I like what she was saying. You know, a lot of bodybuilders, it's a serious sport, it's true, and diet is very important, but you can't strangle yourself. So many bodybuilders get down to the point where right before competition they're taking in only 300 calories a day, and you know, with the level of starvation calorie intake is, it's 800 calories a day.
You know, Marianne dropped down a weight class last year, too.
I think many women have because of the fact that they have combined the weight classes. The competition is actually tougher. Now you have a bigger poundage range in each class, and so many of the smaller women are getting buried by heavier women dropping down into the top of their class.
I've seen Marianne before. She's a top girl. Has been for the last few years. Poses well. She's a pistol. Got all that energy. She's got a great back pose. Watched her this morning a little bit, Carla, and I really thought that the one thing that might hold her back, we'll see what the judges think, but if her legs were cut just a little better to go that upper body.
She's not anywhere near as hard as Sargent or Vecchione, but her stage presence really helps her.
All right, crowd likes Marianne Duffy. And of course, Sargent came out, did a nice job, and we saw Vecchione, the mother of an 8-year-old who's involved in bodybuilding itself. All right, we've just begun. That's a song, but it's also true. We got a lot more coming up from Miami. We'll be back right after. Bodybuilding Championship. All right, Jim Mannion, the veteran judge and the president of the NPC, tells us what he is looking for.
You have to look for symmetry in the men or women, whoever you're judging, which means you want to look for balance of the right to the left side of the body, top to the bottom. It's kind of, you know, an overall look that they, you know, the male or female has. So you look for symmetry, the muscularity, the skin tone, the posing. It's a whole total package. You can't just dwell on one individual category. What you try to do is look for all three of them, really.
All right, this is Lori Okami. You'll notice a number. She is number 13 from Honolulu. We had 125. We're down to 30, 10 in each weight division.
it's interesting. Lori is using the movie music, Pumping Iron 2, Future Sex. And yet she's doing a routine that is highly flavored with Hawaiian moves. As you saw that she is from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Jim Mannion, the veteran judge, is talking about symmetry, and to me, her symmetry looks good. Her skin tone looks good. She's got enough muscle where she can be tough.
She's a very petite woman, and she has got as much muscle on her frame as some women in the class above hers. She's a lightweight. She's got good flair to her thighs. I've seen her only weakness is that she isn't super hard, but with her kind of shape and balance, I don't think she's going to have too much of a problem. I liked the way she looked. I liked the way she presented herself on stage.
Carla, what about her calves? Looking at her this morning, that's the one area that...
I was about to say that with the development of her thighs, the only thing that's a weakness is her calves.
We had a chance to talk to her earlier, and she talks about nutrition and diet. Very interesting.
I have a moderate protein diet. I consume a lot of carbs. I can take in 12 fruits a day, and I feel great. I have great workouts. Of course, I have to keep up my aerobics. Maybe about an hour to 2 hours a day of aerobics, 7 days a week.
Lori Okami, lightweight competition. Once again, 114.5 or below. That's what we're looking for. And we're looking for Charla Sadaka, from Arlington, Texas. She's got a sister that will compete in heavyweight competition, Janet Grazer, so sister against sister, and yet they don't have to compete, Carla.
That's a good thing, because look at the peak on her bicep.
Well, she's hard.
Exceptional arms.
She has got muscularity. Crisp muscularity.
And she has an amazing torso development for a woman her size. It's very balanced. She's got a torso, I would say, that looks like a small-sized pair of fur, one of the professional bodybuilders who's known for her upper back and arm development.
This lady looks great.
Good pectorals. She's very, very thick in the pectorals. Her legs are ripped, as I said before, but she's also got some showing cross striations, which means the muscle is extremely refined. Glutes are ripped. She's in shape.
Very much so. She is going to be competitive any class.
She's doing a very strong routine.
I need a little work presenting herself, but boy, she really looked good. This is Debbie Sider now. Debbie from Glen Burnie, Maryland.
You know, a lot of people were disappointed that Debbie had come down so far in weight, but I think it was a smart move. You see, last year she placed second in the middleweights, and with the combination of the classes, she's come down. It was actually, I'd say, a well-thought-out move. She hasn't lost anything.
She was second in Detroit as a middleweight to Mary Ellen Jarumbo. She's married. Got a 5-year-old, Sean. Her husband teaches phys ed. What's interesting to me, Debbie is a policewoman. And after having her son, she wanted to get in shape. That started 5 years ago. Can you imagine some drunk giving her a bad time? Huh?
He'd be in for a hard way to go. You know, she reminds me of the fact that Debbie, when she started, was genetically gifted to begin with. She had tremendous thigh development and overall thickness. And so her losing weight, you know, really didn't make any difference.
She does have nice thighs. She's got great shoulders.
Debbie's also presenting herself well to the audience. I keep saying she hasn't lost anything. I take that back now that I'm watching this. She has lost a tad of overall muscularity. However, with her kind of thickness, doesn't seem to be that bad.
I thought she was more detailed a year ago as a middleweight, but once again, I think somebody that they're going to have to be very serious about, because she does have some serious thighs, good shoulders. They call us thigh sweeps. You might explain what they're talking about.
The thigh sweep is when a woman stands straight forward, the thighs bellow out to the sides, and that indicates fullness of the development of the sides of the quadriceps. If the calf development on the side and inside balances that, it gives the legs a fully developed look.
Debbie Sider, boy, you want to get in shape. Women after having a child, that's what she did. We got a chance to look at Lori. Kami did such a nice job. And Charlotte Sadaka, she looks terrific. Debbie Sider, our policewoman who's competing. All right, we've just begun. We'll be back with more. All the action on ESPN. Hey, listen to this.
This month, a year ago, was my first contest. Yeah, I just went into a regional, and then I went into the state championship and won that, and I said, what the heck, I'm on a roll, let's go. So here I am.
I tell you, she reminds me of watching her today, Susie Hasso.
Really? Well, I'll tell you something else interesting. This little lady is an entertainer in her own right. If you'll listen to her music, she did her own music, and she's posing to her own music.
I'll tell you one thing, she's drawing the crowd to her. Look at them.
She has a very bright personality in the tradition of a Gladys Portuguese.
Got a great attitude, tough job. She's a registered nurse in the burn ward in Cleveland. That's not easy to leave that when you go home.
She's a nice flair to her posing, but let's talk about her physique. I'd say for as far as she's come, she looks good. However, for the national level, she is going to have to put on more overall size and thickness. She lacks the side thickness in her upper body that a lot of the top competitors have. And detail. She needs to bring more detail out in her shoulders, arms, widen her back, add more depth to her legs and hands.
Taking a look, Carla, once again, admittedly a rookie, but it looks to me like the very best is ahead for her. This lady's going to get nothing but better.
She's got the potential to really take it far, because she's got the hardest part of it. I mean, you know, you're going to have to develop your body, but she's got stage presence plus.
She doesn't act like a rookie. Boy, did she draw the crowd to her. Diane Garrity. First competition. Not that long ago. Did a great job. All right, we'll keep it going. This is the NPC Women's National Championship.
This is Linda Daniels.
It's Lisa Daniels. That's my mistake. I passed you the wrong information. I'll apologize for that, and you can nail me for that. Lisa Daniels.
Another one who is posing to music from Pumping Iron 2, the women.
Johnson, Vermont. Is there any particular area in the country that seems to have more bodybuilders? Notice when I did Mr. Universe, a lot of the gentlemen from the New Jersey area. Is that true at all?
There are a few states, preferably the coastal states, usually are strongest. New York, New Jersey, California, Florida. But you got to hand it to Texas and many of the Midwestern states are turning out, particularly in the men, are turning out some incredible world-class physiques. Speaking of world-class physiques, let's look at Lisa. Lisa is showing tremendous triceps and arm development. She's a little weak in her delts as opposed to the fullness of her biceps. She's also a tad soft in the abs, but overall, her conditioning is quite even. She's not soft here and hard there. She's got pretty good condition for nationals.
Carla Dunlap, your best single exercise to build your abs as Lisa finishes up. What do you do to build them?
Abs are just like any other body part. You work them hard, but you depend on diet.
Niagara Falls, New York. This is Alana Partapillo. Here's Alana. Niagara Falls. So she gets to see all the honeymooners.
Alana is what I call frighteningly hard. When she walked out on stage, just the fact that when she was standing there, you could see her glutes flex. There was no fat whatsoever in this area.
Nice back pose a moment ago. How about the whole package? What do you like? What do you dislike?
I'd say as a whole package, she needs more overall size, but for her conditioning, if she can maintain that sort of condition and put on the size that she needs, she would be a phenomenal bodybuilder. Look at the hardness.
There it is there, isn't it?
Again, though, she's very lean, and while television may add a few pounds to what she looks like, in person, she's an extremely lean bodybuilder.
What about that headband? Is that going to count off? Does that have anything to do with judging?
I'll tell you, I noted that the amateurs are different from the pros. The pros are not allowed to wear any adornment at all, and they cannot wear, as you may see many competitors in the amateurs wearing gold MA or iridescent suits. You cannot get away with that. Judges find that distracting. However, it's not so in the amateurs, so he's wearing it.
So the crowd liked her. Alana Partapillo from Niagara Falls, New York. This is lightweight competition. You have to be under 114 and a half. All right, a little quick tempo here. This is Linda Kettle, Crescent Springs, Kentucky.
Just when she stood up on her toes, look at those thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous thickness. Both heads on what we call the teardrops of the quadriceps are completely developed, and that's rare to see that sort of thickness in both heads. Many women have the outside head or the inside head, but she's got the two teardrops almost even.
A little different routine now. How do you analyze this one, Carla?
She's sticking pretty much to, I would say, I call them hybrid shots, where she's not doing hardcore double bicep, front, crab and that sort of stuff. She's doing mixes where she's basically focusing on her legs. She needs more lat width in her upper body to balance off her legs.
She does have a great pair of legs. All right. That's all 10 lightweights. And who's going to win it? Well, we're set for the pose down. Once again, we're in Miami at the James L. Knight Center. Stick with each other, Carla. You've been involved in this. This gets a little sticky, doesn't it?
This can be on-stage combat. What you try and do in your pose down is to lead people to look like you're controlling things.
Any surprises here? Somebody who is here that you might not have expected to be here? Somebody not here? I was impressed with Pearson. Somehow she didn't do that good a job of evaluating it. Great legs. Didn't make it.
Yeah. I think that it's just like any sport. You make a name for yourself, and of course you're going to be recognized there. But there are some people who made it in here strictly on the strength of their physique. I
What's interesting, Carla, now, I'm trying to figure out who the girls, the women that is, think is going to win it because I want to see who they upstage. Who's the favorite here? Conley, Duffy, Sadaka, Sider, Garrity.
I would have to count out, let's see, I think it was Sider. I don't know. I would think that some of the women are harder than Sider has been.
Well, and then I take a look, it looks, I think Garrity, the rookie, might be a little outclassed as far as this particular contest, but it's interesting to watch what they're doing. Lori Okami and Marianne Duffy, Sadaka, Sider, and Garrity.
Whoever wins this is going to be in between. They're going to have the hardest and they're going to have shape.
All right, our PA announcer is Peter Potter. He's about ready. Let's see if we can pick up our PA announcer, Peter Potter.
Steve Romanelli. Steve, if you come out. And the 5th place, if you present that to number 29, Diane Garrity. Diane, if you please come out and receive the 5th place trophy.
All right, so the rookie Garrity finishes 5th, and she's happy.
She's still on a roll.
Bubbly.
All right, Diane, if you'll step up on the first platform there.
All right, this is for 4.
Okay, the 4th place to number 28, Deb Sider.
Surprising, I think that that's not actually a come down, considering that
May's
the
going to take care
classes
of
have
there we
gotten
go.
much larger
The
from
3rd
last year.
place to number 16, Charla Sadaka.
Oh, the crowd doesn't like this.
You know why? Because the
Runner-up position.
So
The
musty.
runner-up position to number 12, Marianne Duffy.
Well, there you have it. So the winner is going to be Lori Okami. We'll wait for the official announcement.
And the
Duffy
winner of the
finishes
lightweight
2nd.
class, presented by our promoter, Mr. John Carl Meese, Lori Mickey Okami.
Lori Okami from Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's just look at Lori one more time. She had a balance of symmetry, and I wasn't really impressed with her hardness or conditioning. But obviously with her presentation and everything, she put the whole thing together to win the lightweights.
Lori, overall package, symmetry, and you do know how to pose.
Thank you very much. I still, don't mind me. I can't believe it. I'm just speechless. This is fantastic. Everybody told me that, you have everything that, you should have as a bodybuilder. But you don't know until you really get that trophy in your hand and they announce your name. And it happened.
How does it feel to be Hawaii's, second American class winner?
Second?
That's right. Ernie Santiago was your first one.
Oh, yeah. First female. That's great.
Really good.
Lori, congratulations. You worked very hard. Once again, nice going. All right, coming up, the middleweights as we continue with the 1986 NBC Women's National Bodybuilding Championships.